I'll give you a reality check. You will forever be nervous. And let me tell you why. Because you care. One way to overcome it, you go through. You go through it. You go through every song, you go through every note, you go through every line. You go through it until you finish the last line of the song. Then you're done.
Who is Clinton Jerome CHUA?
The first thing that the producers said to me, thank God you can sing because you do not look like you can. We talk a big game about supporting and uplifting one another, but when it comes to providing the resources and the support,
Right.
no one bats an eye.
So I really love watching you sing the Wicked covers. What was it like meeting Ariana Grande as well?
I have never packed so fast in my life.
When did your mom pass away?
$18 missed calls from a cousin I barely talked to. That was when I knew something is not right. The greatest thing you can do with your craft is to honor the one you love.
If someone leaves this podcast remembering one honest lesson from your journey, what should it be?
Should you be pursuing a career in this industry, take as much time as you need.
So, Clinton, for the people who are discovering you for the first time, who is Clinton Jerome CHUA?
Okay, so the people that are discovering me, first of all, welcome to the universe. I am a singer-songwriter from Miri, Borneo, Sarawak, and I've been living in KL for about almost 10 years now, and yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter that tells a lot of stories, I guess, about my life.
What was the exact moment in your life where you discovered that you want to do this as a career and whatsoever?
I think for the longest time already in my life, I've known that music was like the sole purpose of my life, despite what a lot of people have been telling me, with traditional families and all that. But I think the moment that it really like solidified, like, okay, you cannot do anything else, not because you can't, but this really is it for you. I think it was 2015 when I met Ariana Grande.
Oh, wow.
And she said, like, you have a beautiful voice. You're going to get a lot of no's, but
Right.
keep going. That was when I was like, okay, done. I will not do anything else forever.
Right. And when was that that you met Ariana Grande in 2015? Where was that? Sorry.
It was in, it was at Japan. It was at Japan. This was during her My Everything era when she was promoting her album.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a trip that, it was actually a competition. I won and I brought my mom along with me to meet her. And
Right.
she was really nice. She was really sweet. Very petite. Very, very petite.
Right.
Even with the heels.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that moment was it lah.
I see. And it was during the album Dangerous Woman.
My Everything.
My Everything.
That was the album before Dangerous Woman.
Oh, just before Dangerous Woman. I see. And were you like essentially front stage? So that's why you could meet Ariana Grande, or was it like a backstage kind of thing?
It was a backstage thing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So for context, I joined a competition organized by Hits, and back then, the prize was you get to go to her promo live performance in Japan, and you get to meet her. So yeah.
Okay. Being a singer like yourself, right? Especially an independent singer, in the very beginning stages, what was the biggest sacrifice you've made that actually made your career? That actually took your career to the next level.
For me personally, in my experience, it was leaving home.
It was leaving home.
It was leaving home. I am very honest about it, and if anyone would ever ask me, if I had the opportunity to build my career, and I'm not saying that there isn't potential in Sarawak where I'm from, but if I have the opportunity to build the career that I have now back home, you would not see me here.
Right.
Right. So that was the biggest sacrifice. Leaving like my family behind, the life that I've lived behind, and coming here, totally new, totally green, don't know anyone. Yeah, it was a do or die mentality.
Right. What age did you come to KL?
I graduated in 2016. Sorry, end of 2017. I finished Form 5. I did Form 6. I did my degree. I think I arrived in KL around 26, 27. Yeah. I started with a day job first.
Right.
Love my day job. love the people, love everything about it. But as someone who came from like a small town to the big city, you need to survive.
Right.
You know, and I found that, you know, music supported me that way. Yeah.
Would you say stability was a priority at the time? You know?
Yeah.
Right. And like, was it a kind of thing where like you were juggling your day job and you were singing in the night? Was it kind of thing?
Yeah, it was exactly that. You're right.
Right.
Yeah. It was a struggle bus lah, because you know you're 9 to 5. You already had the commitments that you have in your corporate job, which you obviously know.
Right.
And you know, with the music that you serve as well at night, and you know, like the gigs that we take can go quite long.
Understand.
Yeah.
Understand.
So it was definitely a big commitment lah.
What was the biggest myth that people misunderstand when it comes to becoming a singer, you know?
That you'll make a lot of money. That was funny. Tell us another one. No, but really, like, I think people have this misconception about, oh, you're a musician, you're a singer, the glamour, the glitz, the money, No, it's all fluff.
It's all fluff.
It's all fluff, guys. We do a good job making it look good, but it's all fluff. If you enter this industry with the mindset of making money, you are going to be the purest musician ever. I say it with all my heart.
I really resonate with that, because a lot of people, whenever they're trying to pursue something, right, essentially they always have this expectation like it's going to be very glamorous and whatsoever and things like that. But I feel like before you pursue something, especially in the line of creativity, one of the biggest things that you need to take into consideration is like rejections, you know, failure and whatsoever. And I think a lot of people, we tend to overlook that aspect, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you say rejection is like a very big part of being in your line of work, you know?
Oh, of course, definitely. I want to just echo what you said earlier on, you know, about how rejection is part and parcel. It really is. My second single that I dropped many years back with a label that I was signed to, the first thing that the producers said to me, I'm not going to name who the producer is because they're still a big deal here.
Right.
The first thing they said to me was, "Thank God you can sing because you do not look like you can."
Oh my days.
He was basically saying, "Oh, you ugly lah, but you can sing lah."
Right.
So
right.
That rejection, like, they still work with me because you know, when the check clears, it clears.
Right. Right.
So it is part and parcel. If you enter this industry and have not been rejected a day in your career, something's not right. Get help.
When it comes to getting rejected and whatsoever, how did you yourself channel that energy into your work? Like, what was the thing that, like, as soon as you got rejected by that producer that you've just mentioned, right? What was the thing that you took back to the studio and said, like, I'm gonna prove everyone wrong, you know? Yeah. You
said it perfectly. I think for me personally, one of the many good things a lot of artists, or if you identify as one, one of the strengths that we have is we can turn something and create it into art. And for me, on a personal note, I love proving people wrong. Now that might be a red flag, but I think in this context, it just gave me that drive. Like, I don't know, growing up, I've always had this mentality whereby I need to prove this. So in a way, I use it to my advantage. When he said, "Thank God you can sing because you don't have to look," it was fuel. I'm not going to deny it. Like, this industry is cutthroat. People will tell you like it is. And it's fair. It's fine. This is what you signed up for. We recorded the song. It went number 1 on the charts. Right. Wow. Did you found peace in the end, in terms of, like, it's not just about proving other people wrong, but it's also doing it for yourself as well? Yes, you know? Exactly. Thank you for bringing that up. It was a big aha moment because I was reminded there and then, again by, like, you know, my older peers, like people that I really look up to in the scene. At the end of the day, when you sign up, for the lack of a better word, for this industry, your job will always, first and foremost, be to serve the music. And this was by the great Elvira Arul. You serve the music, not the other way around. Right. And it gave me a sense of humility because, like, okay, even though, yes, I delivered, results were there. Right. But my come from was like, okay, this is not right. This is starting to become very toxic already. Right. Like, I am doing this not because I love it, but because I want to prove it. For what? You know?
Essentially, like you will feel like, oh, I'm only doing this to prove other people, but essentially, like you need to remember why you started in the first place, right?
Exactly. It's not wrong, but what's stronger is knowing the why.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on people like constantly having that mentality and it just consumes them in a dark way, and they just take a wrong path, as they go,
It has happened to me, admittedly. I would say when you have reached that point, stop.
Right.
Take a break. No gigs, no shows. Listen to music. Be reminded of why you fell in love with it in the first place. Because when it consumes you and you still go at it, there'll be nothing left in you. And you will be an empty vessel.
Right.
And I say this with all the love in the world.
Right.
Take it however you see fit. I've been there before. We have a lot of bar singers in the scene. I am a bar singer too. I'm not pointing this to anyone else.
Yeah.
There comes a point in our career where when we go to work, it starts to become automatic already. There's no soul left.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that, bar singers are bad. I'm a bar singer myself.
Right.
But when it consumes you and you just become an empty vessel, that's when, okay, you need to stop.
Right.
Take a step back, breathe, go when you are ready to serve again.
Right. So in your career of like singing in public and playing in bars, right? What aspect did it consume you particularly? What was one of the dark moments?
It has happened multiple times. It's not going to be something that happens just once in your career.
Right.
For me, my experience, the most obvious one was singing the same songs over and over again. Now, there's a difference between singing the same songs over and over again and a difference between singing originals over and over again.
Right. Right.
Singing the same songs that is not of your own work is not wrong. But to an extent, to a certain degree, it will consume you. For me, it did at least, because I catered to what other people wanted and not what fed my soul.
Right.
So that was pretty much it.
For you, being able to sing in front of people, especially at bars and stuff, did that give you an opportunity to sing your originals, or did the management always demanded you sing covers?
It's very interesting because I'm a big advocate for original music. I think you solidify yourself as an artist when you have your own music out there. But of course, when you're first starting out in your career, when you're first starting out in the live music scene, you do have to cater to what is demanded of you. So if it pays the bills and if this is what they want, then
you got to mold yourself essentially.
Yes, correct.
You got to mold yourself essentially. And so far, the places you've worked with so far, F&B establishment, events and stuff like that, how is the coordination like with you and your team, or even going there alone? Like, has the management always been very forgiving, or like are they normally very understanding of how things would go in an event? How did you navigate that pressure? I think that's the main question. Yeah.
This has been a lesson that I've also learned as well along the way. I believe that the respect comes both ways. Because at the end of the day, music in itself, again, music is a tool that can get people together. It builds community, and especially in F&B establishments or places of the like, they will make money at the end of the day. I feel like in my experience working with the management, as long as you have that mutual respect and trust with each other, then you can jalan. No?
I see. I've always got a question about people who sing at bars, right? When you sing in front of people, right, and let's say people are just going about their business and no one's listening and stuff like that, do you actually prefer that, or do you actually prefer when all eyes are on you,
Oh, the latter. I'm a singer for a reason, guys. I want the attention. But all jokes aside,
I've heard from some people that they prefer when people just do their own thing, so that kind of like lifts off a little bit of their nervousness,
Nothing wrong. Yes, there's nothing.
Hold up.
What did I do to you? What's your brand?
Accent.
Accent? I don't have an accent. Okay, now that's good bloopers. Okay. To be very frank, for me, I feel like it's a mentality thing. If you feel like you want to be in a safe environment where you can showcase your art and sing, and you are okay with people. I believe they pay attention. Like, you are not invisible. You are there, and they are not deaf. They can still hear you.
Right.
But if you feel comfortable in that sense, then yeah, do what works best for you. I mean, there's no right or wrong to it. But for me personally, I would want you to listen, because at the end of the day, I am still a storyteller, a vocalist. I want you to listen to what I have to say through this song.
I see. And you mentioned you play in all these places, right? Roughly how many places currently do you play? Is it like more than 5 around Klang Valley?
When I first started, yes, wow. Now that you mention it, I would say 5 to 6 nights a week.
Wow.
But there's a cost that comes with it too. I believe in every single industry, every line of work, when you pour your heart and soul into something, whatever career it may be, it does take a toll on you.
Right.
So I've been doing this full time for like about almost 10 years now. And to an extent, it has taken a lot from me as well. I've been pouring out from my cup. So yeah, to answer your question, maybe 5, 6 nights a week.
Right.
But this year, 2026 is the year where I cut like
a lot of gigs and stuff.
a lot. Yeah, so when I first started out, I would play 5 to 6 nights a week. And now, I would say 80% of my gigs I cut, totally cut. I'm more selective with my shows now.
Right.
Because for those who are starting out, you have to understand, when you are starting out, you need to pay your dues.
Right.
I'm going to repeat that again. You need to pay your dues. Your bills too, but your dues. Now, what does that mean? When you are first starting out, it's a bit overly ambitious.
Yeah. Overly
ambitious.
Overly ambitious.
But you take whatever gig you can, put your name out there, solidify yourself in the scene.
You can't really be picky, you know?
You can't be picky.
When it comes to opportunities and stuff, right?
You cannot. Every door will be a door that you want to open.
Right.
But when you've already solidified yourself, you can choose your doors.
I've been in this situation before. Sometimes the things that are handed to you in the beginning don't feel like an opportunity. Have you ever felt that before? You know? But then it turns out it was an opportunity all along. You know, it was like, it was a blessing in disguise, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I love that. That's very beautiful, because I feel like you have that realization. But to answer your question, when I first started, again, maybe this is with my experience coming from like a small town, I took everything that was given to me here as an opportunity, because it was that big. That was how much I revered and honored the scene here.
Right.
You give me a bar gig, 100 ringgit, okay, I'll sing all night for you.
Right. I think that's a very good mindset, you know, because especially in the beginning, it's never really about money, you know?
No, of course not. No.
For people who are starting music in 2026 or maybe onwards, right? Where is the best place to actually sing in KL, you know, especially in KL, you know, like where's the best place to kickstart your career and it's like beginner friendly, you know?
Okay. So in my experience and what I've observed so far, the best places to start your career in Klang Valley, number one, social media. I'm kidding.
I mean, that's one way, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Number one is anywhere that provides a space for jam sessions. I'm not gonna mention any companies or places because they're not paying me to do so. But anywhere that provides that space where they welcome everybody. Because you know how some venues, they only have like, okay, we already have this line, we already have this line, we already have these people, blah, blah, blah. You want to find a place that would provide a stage for everybody.
Right.
That is the best place to start. Why? You are networking with as many people as you can and you build your foundation from there.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is very good information because like when people, like let's say they do cold calling or they're trying to approach like a event space or a restaurant, right? They would actually know who to approach to and they will know what to look for in terms of these qualities, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, because I think a lot of places they have a stage but they don't necessarily allow a jam session, you know? Yeah. So this, you're saying these are the stuff lah they need to look for.
Any open mic, any jam session, any stage that provides an opportunity for everybody.
Right.
Because when it involves everybody, it also includes people who are already seasoned as well.
Understand.
So that is where your gold mine is.
Would you say those places has those? At the same time, it's a good chance to network with other musicians there too?
Yeah, because you never know, like, you'll never know who you're gonna meet there. You can meet someone who is just starting out as you are, or you can meet someone who played for Datuk Siti Nurhaliza.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the entry level when it comes to reaching out to all these places that offer the things that you just mentioned, you know? Like, do they normally give people a shot, or like, do you need to have like some sort of portfolio beforehand first, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
so reaching out to these venues and, you know, all these establishments, imagine going for a job interview.
Right.
The first thing that you need to have is an artist profile. An artist profile is literally a musician or a singer's resume. Have it all filled out, your entry-level experiences to wherever you are at now, what you have achieved, provided. If you are brand new, like new, one way that you can do it is, of course, you create a resume still, an artist profile. What is your experience with music? Have you done any originals? Have you performed at, like, I don't know, your uncle's wedding or something?
Right.
Have all these written down. I perform at weddings, have videos, because in this industry, it is a audio-visual thing.
Right.
Like, they will not look at your qualifications and believe you right off the bat.
Right.
So what you do is go to the management. Hi, I would love to set up an audition to see if I'm capable to serve your establishment.
Right.
So these are the things that you need to do when you're starting out.
Okay. Okay. If you don't have a video resume on hand right now, you could also treat your social media.
Yes, Ken. Social media is it's literally the best marketing tool for singers. Like, now in this day and age, and I say this with all the love in the world, up and coming artists, you do not need to be signed.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
there are a lot of singers and musicians right now that have made it. Well, I wouldn't say made it. They've achieved entering through that first door with social media.
Oh, have you ever considered signing with a record label? And also, in a sense, what made you stay or choose to be independent?
I want to just first address this. To anyone out there who feels that being signed to a record label is the end of all means, it is not.
Right.
It does not define who you are as an artist. The only significance, okay, maybe one of the main significance of being signed to a record label is the record label has money. The label has money. Imagine the record label as a bank. Whatever you put out, whatever you create, the bank, the label, provides you a loan, which you in return will have to pay back.
Right.
Correct. Now, did I want to sign with a record label back then? Yes, because, you know, I ain't got no money. But I think as you network and grow, you meet with different producers, you listen to different sounds, you trial and error with a lot of people, and you get to that mutual understanding that creating art, you don't need a label. It would be great because labels, they do have the network and the connections. With my experience with the line of work that I did when I was with Universal, my network was Spotify, Apple, KKBox, Joox, all of these. Like, my access to them was very easy. But in today's era, like right now, this year, the reach is more feasible compared to last time. And what made me decide to go independent, I would say the creative freedom.
Right. Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you are an artist, you are a storyteller.
Right.
You do not want your music or anything to be filtered down. Because my experience working with a lot of artists last time, I'm not going to name names, a lot of them felt controlled. A lot of them experienced themselves not being able to create their best work.
Right. Right.
Regardless of what the public thinks. There are albums and works of art out there that the public loves because it's the demand. You know, when people say, "Oh, I want this kind of music," you cater to them, no?
Right.
But it comes with a price.
Right.
So when you create what you want, the burden is lesser.
Right.
But with a label, there's a lot of filtering. There's a lot of outside noise, opinions, The label's job is to support you, and that's what they do. But you can't escape the fact that they will also like, "Hi, sweetie, this song is not gonna sell, and you're doing money."
Right.
You know, that kind of thing. So
And that kind of reality will just, hit you every now and then,
it will question you.
For you, what are your thoughts about like some people who are in the label and then they have like this one-hit wonder and then they go silent for a while? What actually happens behind closed doors? Between the singer and the record label? Is it because like there's no push for it, or it also boils down to the artist's personality as well?
There's definitely a lot of elements that come to it. When you mentioned that question, it's a great question. The first artist that came to mind was Alessia Cara, the international artist. She had a big push to her career when Universal pushed her. But of course now it's a little bit more fizzle. I still love her, by the way. But I think a lot of elements come into play here. It's not necessarily the label, it's not necessarily the artist as well.
Right.
It's that synergy that needs to come together,
Right.
and the consistency as well. Because we don't know what happens, in the daily lives of like these artists, or how the management. We don't know everything. Not everything is black and white.
Yes.
It is the consistency that you need to have. Katy Perry, for example, never won a Grammy, but has hit after hit after hit, and the numbers don't lie. So it really is about the consistency of it all, and whatever happens in your life. And some artists even like decide like, okay, I had one hit, I'm good, I'm done. Thank you, it was a good ride, all.
I'm fully satisfied.
Yeah, I'm satisfied. It may be a personal goal that they want to achieve. Sure, we don't know, but to each their own.
Right. Do you think like the label will continue to support you based on your effort to continue to support yourself as well, to push yourself?
I believe yes, because at the end of the day, it's a partnership. Like again, the bank metaphor.
The bank, right.
Like if the bank see your credit score very good, okay, we trust you enough with this money, you can continue.
Right.
Buy another car.
Always treat your partners right. Your partners will take good care of you.
Yeah, of course. That's how it works.
Right. Pay the bank, and the bank will reward you accordingly.
They will approve your next loan.
So, I mean, okay, assuming you could join a label today, get signed by a label today, right? What's that one thing you will not compromise? In your music career, if you were to be signed with a label?
To portray myself as someone I'm not. I will confidently say this because having experience being signed to a label previously, and I understood why they requested for it. Like Clinton, you need to butch it up a little bit. You need to like use your straight voice a little bit more. Straight. Oh hey, bro, no homo. It took a lot out of me because I'm very sure of myself. I know who I am. I know who I am as an artist. If you were to ask me the question right now, Clinton, describe your sound, it would be if Ariana Grande, Sam Smith, Stevie Wonder all had like, I will not say anything over 18, they all had brunch together, that would be me. Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. Sorry.
No, that's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So not to compromise who I am as an artist, because the reason why, coming back to the whole empty vessel thing, when you compromise that, you're gone. You're done. Your soul is sucked out, dry. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
In your opinion, right, being in music and singing independently, or having to work in a record label before, right? What is your honest opinion about gatekeepers in the industry, and what needs to change in Malaysia, especially for Malaysian music to actually skyrocket to the world stage?
This means he ate with that question. I'll do this slightly longer. Bro, that's a good question. Okay, now, we all talk a big game about supporting local. But a lot of people in the scene still sort of like, okay lah, you do your own thing lah, oh no kacau lah kononnya. It is still very prevalent in the scene now.
Like gatekeepers and stuff, right?
Yeah, they are, for sure. Like, sorry, I'm not going to use you, I'm going to use we. We talk a big game about supporting and uplifting one another, but when it comes to providing the resources and the support,
right,
no one bats an eye.
Right.
Right. For me, I'm very blessed, I'm very lucky. I believe it's also my hard work and, the gift that I've received that has is the gift that I've also received in the hard work that I've put in, that allows me to have a hand at these resources.
Right.
It's definitely still prevalent here, and that needs to change. The pond is small.
And that's the reality.
It's the reality of it. The pond is small, but the pie is enough for everyone. Print that on a shirt.
Right. Like I always feel like the moment you have like a scarce mentality, everything goes. I mean, it jeopardizes everything. Right? You would get insecure that someone's going to take over you, kind of thing. You know, you would be very cautious about like the decisions you make and whatsoever. But when you know that there's enough food for everyone to eat, it kind of just like makes you not have that anxiety, and it just allows you to create more music and just keep going for it, kind of thing, you know?
Yes, correct. There is abundance in this industry for sure. To anyone who feels that, you know, I'm scared lah, like what if I give them my resources and I'm left with nothing, you know, that kind of thing. Work harder.
Yeah.
You are only just as good as your craft. I'm going to repeat that again.
I love that. Yeah.
You're only just as good as your craft. If you put in the effort, the hard work, you will never run on empty.
I also believe, even in regular day jobs, like for myself, right? If you're really, because I've worked in places where like people are always insecure that you're going to take over their jobs one day and whatsoever.
Fair, fine.
But for me, I feel like if you genuinely are a hard worker and you know that you're good and authentic, nobody can replicate your sound. Nobody can replicate like your aura and whatsoever, you know. You will always, I mean, you will definitely have down times, or somebody is definitely more popping than you, but it's not about competing with the other person, it's about competing with yourself, you know, and it's only for your audience and stuff like that, you know.
Your lane will never be the same as someone else's.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I think comparison is definitely, you know, the thief, you know, to like happiness and whatsoever.
Tea.
So, Clinton, you are a singing coach as well, right? So, are you currently doing this like full time or on the side?
I'm coaching on the side. It's just been something that I love just as much as singing, because I personally feel like, okay, if people come to me to learn how to sing, side note, even though my time management a bit bad lah, but when they come to me, I feel that sense of responsibility.
Understand.
Like, okay, you actually want to learn, even though I'm not qualified. I don't have a degree in music whatsoever. I have no credentials. But I will teach you what I know based on experience.
And that's more powerful than having a degree. Most of your students, would you say they come to you genuinely with full-hearted, like they want to actually learn how to sing?
Yeah, and I think that's a beautiful thing, because a lot of them have different reasons. You know, one is because like they want to create more meaningful memories together. Like a student of mine, no background whatsoever, they came to me, I just want to sing for like my dad's, like, you know, my dad, like my friend's wedding, because it's meaningful to them. Can, by all means, like because this creates opportunity for you. And some, you know, just wants to fine tune their skills, and some just wants to, you know, like, you know, have that sense of joy, because, you know, music, like, damn cliche, but really music does feed the soul.
Understand.
Yeah.
And like, how would you say your patience is when it comes to teaching? Because it requires a level of patience as well. And for me, I like to believe like the most intelligent people tends to have the best patience.
Yeah. To answer your question, I take back everything bad I've ever said about my vocal coaches. No, I'm just joking. They're all great. It definitely challenges me a lot, because I'm very result driven.
Okay.
If you still suck by now, I'm not questioning you, I'm questioning me. Right. You know? So
you tend to be a little bit more hard on yourself at times.
Myself. Like, I will not be hard on the student, because I'll be like, the heck am I doing wrong here? Why can't you even sing? It's literally best part by Dennis, you know? Like, why are you still flat? So again, it's not necessarily them, but it's a lesson in patience for me. Yeah, because I will definitely be there for you, but it does get to me because I don't see the result that I want, which is something that I'm working towards as well. I gotta give grace to myself as well.
Of course. Would you say a little bit of people-pleasing mentality came to play sometimes whenever you're coaching people and stuff like that? Do you struggle with people-pleasing?
That's a very good question. Yeah, I do feel like that element does come into the mix, because some people, they learn and they have expectations. They want to be really good at it. Maybe some might take longer than others. So I think the most important thing here is to enjoy the process, but not expecting the result to be tangible right off the bat.
You gotta just keep going, keep embarrassing yourself and whatsoever.
I will tell you like it is, this is not working, but we will make sure you get there.
Right. What is the most misunderstood technique when it comes to singing?
Okay, this is just my personal experience. The most misunderstood technique when it comes to singing, this one is more so of a warm-up. Like a lot of people think that it's weird to do this, but this is actually some of the best methods that can enhance your singing, which is making weird noises.
Right.
Weird noises. You can imitate like a baby crying, like, or like all these weird sounds that you make. They actually stretch your vocal cords. They actually work out your vocal cords in a healthy form and way that will just take your singing to the next level. But yeah, all these weird sounds that they make, it's actually legit.
Right.
Yeah.
For you, when it comes to warm-ups and stuff, or like maybe just to amplify your singing chords, right? Like, what are some of the techniques that you do yourself?
My go-to, I have like 3 go-tos.
Okay.
Number 1 is humming. You should feel like a buzzing sensation on the surface of your face. That one will help you stay in pitch. A lot of singers, when they sing, they do not remember the first note of the song. They'll be like, what's the first note? I'm guilty of that too sometimes. And humming exercise would help you to maintain in pitch when you sing. You're singing above the note. My second key warm-up would be lip thrills. You go from like your lowest, your highest, like this one is to help stretch your vocal cords. It builds range. So that way when you sing, you do not sing up, you sing forward.
Right.
My third is not really a warm-up. It's a cool down. It's a cool down because just like going to the gym, you warm up, you lift, you cool down.
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
So my cool down would be like a regular hissing exercise. It's like you breathe in from your nose. It's like a pipe leak.
Right.
Yeah. So what this does is that it relaxes the vocal cords after you've, sung I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston.
Right. Right.
Example.
So basically songs that actually, this will really help, especially with songs that actually stretches your voice even more, like very high-pitched songs and whatsoever. I noticed that I've seen some of your videos actually of you singing and whatsoever. You could go really high, especially when you sing like Wicked covers and stuff, In order to achieve that kind of level, walk me through how is like the hours and hours of practice look like,
That's a very good question. I believe Ed Sheeran said it best. Over 10,000 hours of practice. No, really, like singing is a skill that needs constant attention. It's like, like I said earlier, it's like working out. You work out, you will look great, you'll be healthy, you will be fit. The moment you stop, you're gone.
Let's take Defying Gravity, for example, right? Could you like demonstrate to our audience like how like you actually, control that voice and whatsoever?
Okay. I would say it's constant practice. Sing a song according to how your voice feels on the day.
Right.
That's very important because when you try to overcompensate something will go wrong.
Right. So go with the rhythm of your voice and the condition of your voice at that particular day, right?
Like if you go to the gym with a broken arm, are you going to do arms today?
No.
No, exactly.
For example, like there are days where you don't feel like you can stretch out your voice and stuff. So therefore, like even if it's for the sake of the crowd's entertainment, you try your best to protect your voice in that manner.
Yes, correct. My ex-colleague from Universal told me the most important thing, because that was around the time when I did my day job, but I also started doing gigging at night. She told me, your voice is your moneymaker. You have a day job, but this is what's going to make you, like, I wouldn't say the most money, but this is also your income that you need to survive.
This is your currency.
It's your currency. Like, you don't sing, then okay lah, half your currency is gone, no?
Yeah.
So, treat your voice kindly. I'm not the best person, of course, I have my occasional drinks every now and then, like spicy food, whatever lah, and others. But always remember, your pride should not go before the song. So if, let's say for example, a person in the crowd wants you to sing "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston, or "Defying Gravity" by Cynthia Erivo, you lower the key. Sing it to your comfortability.
Right. A very good friend of mine, he's also a vocal coach himself. Shout out to Alden. One of the things that he taught me was, when it comes to singing, a lot of people think that you need to change your voice to fit a certain song. But actually, when it comes to singing, it's just an amplification of your voice. You know, like that's how a lot of Broadway singers, like the way they sing is as if like they're still talking in their own voice. You know, what are your thoughts about that? You know, as a vocal teacher.
I would always tell my students this: singing is talking while holding your breath. I'm going to repeat that again. Singing is talking while holding your breath. Again, coming back to serving the song. As an artist, it's always very important. The first thing that you need to know is know who you are as an artist. Now, what does that mean? Know your sound.
Right.
All the most distinguished sounds in the world that we listen to, play something on the radio.
Right.
You automatically know it's going to be Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, Bruno, Lady Gaga.
Right.
That's because they have identified their sound.
Right.
As an upcoming artist, when you do all these things with your voice, find what works best for you. Now, what does that mean? Singing should not require force.
Right.
Singing should come from a place of comfort. I did not say pressure, because of course when you need
It
to be
has
loud,
to feed your soul to some degree.
Yes. And when you sing a song, if you need to be loud, but it should never be too forceful to a point of discomfort.
For people who are starting out singing and whatsoever, what is your best advice on overcoming the feeling of being nervous on stage?
I'll give you a reality check. You will forever be nervous. And let me tell you why. Because you care. If you don't feel nervous, good. If you feel nervous, even better. Because you care. One way to overcome it, you go through. You go through it. You go through every song, you go through every note, you go through every line, you go through every, whatever that's in the song. You go through it until you finish the last line of the song. Then you're done.
When it comes to overcoming nervousness and anxiety, when it comes to talking people in front of, on stage or in a presentation and whatsoever, right? I always tell myself that they are going to eventually make fun of you. And if you know they're going to make fun of you, so why still bother and just go for it, you know?
People will talk. People will have opinions. People will say things. It really is up to you whether you will choose to still continue or not. And nerves are normal. You are a human being. Congratulations. Nerves will never go away.
Do you think like the best artists, even like the really famous one, they still get nervous?
Of course. I do not believe that, even a well-established artist would not get nervous. We've seen the documentaries of all these artists. The moments they have behind the curtain backstage, they will always have breathing exercise, okay, and then the moment they get on stage, a switch goes off. Okay, game time. Yeah. That is the moment where you need to.
Right, like it's like that mentality switch, you know. And I love that so much about what you just said, because it reminds me of people who play sports as well. They do get nervous backstage too, but the moment they're in the field,
the only way is through.
So Clinton, you're known for singing Wicked covers, and I've seen it all in all social media and probably other people's stories as well who have seen you singing in Jautim, right? What makes singing Wicked songs harder than singing regular pop songs, you know?
Ooh, amazing question. Okay, let me give you guys a bit of context. I started out, when it comes to singing in general, I started out in church choir, but I also started out in theatre, back in my hometown, community theatre, small scale projects and stuff like that. There is a level of technicality that is far more difficult and different when it comes to pop singing. Because pop singing, right, I believe anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. But when it comes to big numbers that are this theatrical and dramatic, they require a lot of support, strength training, stamina training. So it's a lot of physicality that comes with how your body works in order to deliver and execute it, ideally. And very recently I just got back into theatre. Like, this is an even bigger production that I've done before. I'm in a musical, and there's a lot of choreo, there's like big notes, and like a lot of elements combined into one, and it's very, very different from pop music, because pop music is a lot more free,
Right.
very free. But songs like the musical that I'm in, Life Is, shout out, opening night is 23rd January.
Check that out.
And for Wicked, it's big, it's grand. There's a lot of muscle work that is required when it comes to it. So I'm very grateful that I get to dabble into it again, because it teaches me singing in general is not just one note, it's a lot. So
Wicked has theatrical elements when it comes to their songs, right? How do you balance between emotion and also technique when singing songs similar to Wicked or any other musical songs,
I'd like to quote Christina Aguilera on this. Technique is only 30%.
Right.
Technique is only 30%. Feeling, emotion, delivery is everything else. Your job as a singer is to make people believe what you are selling through the song. Yeah. Like, if you sang and I feel nothing, again, this is purely subjective. Whatever I experience might not be the same as someone else. But for me, if I do not feel something, I'm sorry, I say this with all the grace and love in the world, you have not yet done your job. But it's not a done deal for you. Do it again.
So I really love watching you sing the Wicked covers. So for our audience here today, could you demo a little bit on some singing techniques, and also like a few liner from some of the songs as well?
Ooh, okay. So I usually do this with Ryan, and he's like my safety net lah. Every time when I like a big note, I'll always rely on him. But I guess today I'm alone. I would say like the technique to approaching that song is, Cynthia said it best herself. The song doesn't go. Yes, it's high pitched, like it's high up there, but your approach should always be wide open instead of up like that. So what does this mean? Your mouth shape has to be open to emphasize the vowels this way. So I'll try and demonstrate.
It's like a V.
Yeah, like a V going outwards. Yeah. It's time to try to defying gravity. I think I'll try defying gravity, and you won't bring me down. Woo. I think so. It's shifting your mind and your muscles to go that way instead of reaching.
You sound great.
Thank you.
You sound great. Probably like the most fun guest I've had so far.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Because it's not just your bright personality. I love how you take your craft so seriously, but at the same time, you also add a little bit of color into it.
Thank you. Life is too short, guys.
Life is too short.
Life is too short.
So I recently also saw you. You went to the official Wicked premiere in Singapore, right? Yeah, could you just walk us through, like, what was the experience like? What was it like being there physically? And what was it like meeting Ariana Grande as well?
I'm going to try and not get emotional for this because, again, there was a lot of hype revolving around this movie, rightfully so. And in my experience, I felt like the right people, the people who has love for the cast and the movie and the story, the right people that has love for all of this deserve to be there. I'm not saying that no one deserves to be there. I'm saying that as it should be, the ones who honor this body of work deserve to be there. And to be very frank with you, when it started, I was a bit heartbroken because I love my friends so much. I'm so happy to all my friends who were there, who got to go. Ryan and I have been championing this movie and this body of work before they even announced who was the cast for the first movie. we've sung their songs before.
Right. It goes way back.
Way back. I've sung their songs way back. We both even watched the musical, you know, and it was a bit heartbreaking for me because
You really resonated with the music.
I resonated with it a lot, and it was heartbreaking because people left and right were getting invites and sponsors to go to this juggernaut of an event to celebrate this movie, this body of work. And for me, I was like, I really love this movie. I love the story behind it. This is quintessential friendship and sacrifice, you know? So Ryan and I, we did everything we could within the year. We will go to the premiere. Show after show, pink and green.
You saved up for like this whole trip.
And that's the beauty of it. 2 days before the trip to Singapore, I was breaking down already. I was like, I've reached to every single contact that I know. And mind you, like my contact list can jalan one lah. Everyone from Resorts World Sentosa, Universal Music, Universal Pictures, I've asked every single one. And however, unfortunately, they could only, support or bring people that that they find fitting to
That occasion.
the occasion. And I'm not saying that Ryan and I are not. I know for a fact Ryan and I are deserving of this. But I guess, it's like they would want influencers with bigger numbers and stuff like that to promote, at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. I'm not saying this and I'm not disregarding the people that do not deserve to. A lot of my friends deserve to be there. Jaden Chen, one of them, big influencer, but also has so much love for Wicked and for Ariana Grande. Love. But I cannot discredit my heartbrokenness as well, because throughout the whole year, event, pink and green, everything, we've done it non-stop. The promo that Ryan and I put was like, for independent artists, I would say that's top tier level.
You really, the both of you really put yourself out there.
We really put ourselves out there and we also embodied the story so well, So it was 2 days before the premiere, I gave up already. Then all of a sudden, our good friends from TGV Cinemas,
Wow.
can you check your email, please?
Wow.
I broke down, bro. I was like, congratulations, we'd like to bring you to Singapore. For I was like, I have never packed so fast in my life.
Oh, it must have been surreal.
Yeah.
Like everyone be like rejecting you left and right, not giving you the chance. For TGV, what was the context of? Were you guys like affiliated with them? Or?
No, not at all. Okay,
Right.
so sorry for context. Yes, when the first movie came out, I love the movie so much. I love Ariana obviously and Cynthia. We both love them so much. When the first movie came out, we wanted to honor that. We wanted to celebrate that. We were invited to the pre-screening, which I unfortunately couldn't make. So TGV, they've seen our work. They've seen what we can do. And for the first movie, they invited us. They were like, hey, we would love to invite you to come to our event, or Wicked event, and we'd be honored if you would sing for us. Then we performed for them. And we just thought that was it. Like, that was it. Like, after that, done. We were so incredibly grateful for it. It was a really wonderful opportunity. GSC did have their reasons, and it's fine. But we are also very blessed that TGV did see something that we could offer that they could also, benefit from as well. So yeah, then
The rest was history.
the rest was history.
The rest
TGV
was
was
history.
like, hi, check your email, please, and we need your passport details.
Right. Oh my god! I think you must have responded in seconds.
Yeah, girl, the way I took the photo of my passport paper. Nah, here you go, thank you, send. Thank you so much. And the way I converted my ringgit to I updated my Wise card. Yeah,
He was ready.
I was
He was ready.
Let's go.
I love that part
Thank
too.
you.
I love that part so much.
Thank you.
What is the most relatable thing you found about Wicked? Like for me, I feel like the biggest message that I've ever got after watching both of the movies was the feeling of being misunderstood. And I think I resonate that with my life so much. Having to over-explain yourself, or like people just putting you in a bad narrative which you never even asked for. Like everything is about misunderstood. But I wanted to get from your opinion as well. What was your biggest takeaway from that movie?
That's a really good one. Because it's really obvious in a lot of people's lives, you know. Because there's so many layers to us as human beings. For me personally, I relate a lot to Glinda, not because it's just Ariana, but if we watch the movie, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. If you listen to the lyrics, right, for the opening song, "No One Mourns the Wicked," she sings, "And goodness knows the wicked lives are lonely." If you notice, towards the end of the movie, she is literally the only one left out of the entire gang. And I relate to that because, not because I have no one in my life, but because even in times of like loneliness and emptiness, she still has to go out there and put a smile on her face for the whole world to see, because she's Glinda.
Despite what is happening.
Yeah. Like, her best friend literally died, or she thought she did. She doesn't even know she's alive, but she still has to go out there and smile. And I think I resonate with that a lot as a singer, because I could be having the shittiest day, but when the check clears, I have to put on my fake smile mask, and I have to do my job. 2 weeks after my mom died, Scorpov, the hair brand, I got a job with them. I had to put on a smile and sing for like over 1,000 people.
Right.
Because that is what it is. That is
How
what is demanded.
how did you felt, you know, like, I mean, having to switch 180, you know, to be in front of people while your mom just passed away, you know? What was like, how deep did you, what was going through your mind, you know, on stage?
The only motivation for that moment was, I just kept telling myself, this is not, the only driving force for that for me was, my mom would have wanted me to still sing on that stage. Like, she would have said, go, sing, okay? And I always honored that. She would not have wanted me to, of course she wouldn't mind if I grieved, but with an opportunity like this, she would have wanted me to always chase after it. Yeah.
When did your mom pass away?
April 11, 2024.
Right.
Like,
how did you felt when you got that call from your family?
I remember it perfectly. It was a sold out show at Jautim. Complete sold out. For some weird reason, I decided to put my phone on airplane mode. I never do that. But I just felt like, okay, maybe tonight I want to stay in the element, you know, like not get any distractions whatsoever. So airplane mode. The moment I un-airplane mode my phone, 18 missed calls from a cousin I barely talked to. That was when I knew something is not right. I got the call again, video call. The first thing I see was my mom unconscious on the bed. And I was like,
what happened?
This is it. She had a heart attack.
Oh,
and
right.
just like that.
So she was perfectly fine just a day ago.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
She wasn't like in the hospital bed or anything like that.
No. Which I find it to be a blessing in a way. There was no suffering. There was suffering in general, but like no physical pain, like, you know, like how some people, unfortunately, they have to go through stages of suffering in their life because of a physical problem. But hers was instant. There were some little symptoms of like sharp pain here and there, but I think that's where we as human beings take things for granted. So if you're experiencing a sharp pain somewhere, please go to the doctor, okay? But
yeah, I mean, stay very close with your insurance agents as well.
Please, and make sure it's a good one, yeah.
Sorry, did you had any songs related to your mom?
I did, yeah.
Which one was it?
I released a 5-song EP last year in April, the anniversary of her death. One day after her anniversary, 1 year anniversary. As a singer, aside from releasing original music, one of the greatest things an artist, I say artist because it can be any form of art, music, clothes, poetry, whatsoever. The greatest thing you can do with your craft is to honor the one you love. I'm going to repeat that again.
That's so important.
The greatest thing you can do with your craft is honor the people that you love. So this 5-song EP called Broken But Beautiful, it was actually inspired. The initial idea for this EP was because I broke off a 5-year relationship with my partner. But the moment my mom died, the concept completely changed. I wanted to honor her, and also this was a body of work for anyone who has gone through loss in their life, whoever it may be. So this song is called Ombak because I'm from Sarawak, and my mom and I would go to the beach all the time. My late mom would always send me these video notes or voice notes on WhatsApp, like words of encouragement and stuff like that, you know. So what I did was I took a voice note and I put it in the ending of the song of Ombak. I put it in the ending of the song of Ombak, and the other songs, basically the body of work in itself it talks about the 5 stages of grief. And yeah, that's it.
What was the 5 stages of grief?
It's a very good question. I can't remember all of them right now.
All right. Okay, cut it out.
It's okay.
Yeah, 5 stages of grief, nonetheless. Right. 2026 today. How do you feel? Like Clinton, him as a singer as well, and also losing a family member, not just a normal family member, but your mom as well, right? Yeah. Moving forward, what is that one thing you would like to honor your mom for? Is it kindness, or is it like the love she shared for you, and translating that back into your music?
I would say this lah. I am nothing like my mother. She had her vices, as we all do. We all have the imperfections in ourselves that will always be a continuous working project that we will go through in life. But if there's anything that I want to emulate from her, which is something that I'm learning as well, I'm not the kindest person in the world. I am guilty of gatekeeping sometimes. I am guilty of running my mouth sometimes. So I think one of the things that I take from her while she was alive is she's always been so full of grace and kindness and love. Yeah, I'm always everyone's hype guy if I feel they deserve it, you know. I'm very selective with who I pour my energy into, which is something that I'm also learning today. Yeah, I'm not perfect in any sense of the word. I like to present myself as perfect because that's just my image. You know, I like to present myself as perfect. I am I'm so well put together.
Very,
you know?
very happy, very, expressive.
Yeah, but when the doors close, like I go into my black hole. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think being kind, being encouraging, being authentic.
Being authentic.
Because I do believe that authenticity builds trust and honesty and showing up as you are, not showing up as who anyone else would expect you to and who you would expect to, because it's very different as well. If you show up to me in how you feel on that day, in that moment in time, okay, I will still welcome and embrace it, and that's something that I want to do as well. One of the resolutions that I have in 2026 is I do not want to put a front anymore. Like if I am experiencing something that is not so good, I will show up. If it requires me to, I will be professional about it. You know, I will do my best to, but at the same time also, I will also learn to put myself first. Yeah, I might disappoint some people, but
there's a reality of you could still be a kind person, but you could also be a little bit ruthless if some situation demands it.
Yes. At the end of the day, you need to put yourself first.
In the end of the day,
the right people will understand. Sorry, yes.
Sorry, I also feel sorry for cutting you off.
No, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
I also feel that this world is full of kind people, but at the same time, it can be very unforgiving as well. So the most naive thing you could actually think is actually everybody's going to be like you, kind like you, genuine like you. So the reason why we maybe set boundaries or be ruthless sometimes is not because it's to put the kind people down, it's for other people who are out to get you, or dare to cross boundaries or just don't respect you in general, And I think even the kindest of people needs to set that kind of boundary.
Yeah, of course. I mean, to give willingly and openly and freely is one thing, but like I said, you also need to set boundaries that are clear. Not for anyone else's sake, but for you.
Okay, so Clinton, we come to our closing questions here, right? If someone leaves this podcast remembering one honest lesson from your journey, what should it be? Wow. Take your time.
Now I'm speechless. If there's one lesson that I hope that the audience would take from this podcast, it would be, should you be pursuing a career in this industry, take as much time as you need. I'm going to repeat that again. Take as much time as you need.
Love that, love that. If your music disappeared tomorrow, what do you hope people would still remember about you?
If my music disappeared tomorrow, the one thing that I would hope people will remember me for is how I've always been my most authentic self. It's still a work in progress, but very rarely would you find me putting up a front with you. And I will always show that to the best of my capability, even though I may slip up sometimes, I will show that to you with the utmost grace and love. Because that is what I stand for.
Love that. Absolutely love that.
With the evanescence in the background, love.
And for and for the last question, where can people support your work and how can they follow your journey today?
Okay, you can follow me everywhere at Clinton Jerome CHUA, and the most upcoming body of work that I'll be involved in is a musical written by my friend, also a fellow talented Sarawakian, Vale and Thomas. It's called Life Is, the musical. It is a completely different ball game that I am venturing into, and it is a lot of work because, you know, like me balancing my pop schedule, teaching, and, you know, when life happens, the grace and the union of wanting to win and put on a good show is, I find something that we can all learn, you know, in life in general. And yeah, the musical is called Life Is. Opening night is on the 23rd of January. It's going to be running for a total of 8 days with 11 shows. And
Can't wait to check it out.
Thank you. Tickets are out now on CloudJoy. Come see me as a different storyteller. That one. And I have music out everywhere, so.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Clinton, it was really nice talking to you today, and I do hope I can catch you in your next event and stuff. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Congratulations on this. It's amazing. What a privilege. You're doing God's work.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
Bye.